Today I'm going to be answering all the questions you guys have asked me about my ProCharge 3rd Gen Tacoma. Starting off with one of the most common questions, lift, wheels, and tire spec. These are 17x9 -25 offset SSW Dakar wheels with 35x12.5 Yokohama Geolandar mud tires. And yes, I have a 1-inch spacer as well. Up front, I'm running the Dirt King 2.5s with the Dirt King UCAs. And in the rear back here, of course, I'm running Dirt King 2.5 shocks with Deaver U402 Stage 1 Leafs. Have I re-geared for 35s? Nope. Honestly, it's just something I really haven't gotten around to. Where did I get my paint match fender flares from? I actually had them done by one of my homies, Paul, at his body shop. What headlights am I running? What taillights am I running? And how did I mount that light bar down there? Up front, I'm running the Morimoto XB Evo LED headlights. And back here, I'm also running the Morimoto LED taillights with the clear lens. And this light bar down here is a Diode Dynamics 30-inch bar with the Cali raised LED hidden light bar bracket. Have I done any tie rod upgrades? Yes, I actually have the Dial Designs tie rod sleeves that I did when I got my 35s. It's really more of a cheap modification just to ease your mind. Do you have any more plans for the suspension? I don't really have much else planned for the suspension besides these Perry Parts bump stops that should be releasing very, very soon. What seat covers am I running? These are more of a recent mod. These are my brand new custom interior genuine leather seats. And you can use code THATGreenTaco to save on your order too. Will changing the geometry of the truck by lifting it affect the long-term performance? I'm gonna say in some ways yes, but that's why I always recommend people stay under 3 inches when they lift their trucks. Because you wanna keep those CV angles as close to factory as you can. But obviously changing the geometry of the truck from how it's built is gonna affect those parts no matter what. What is the best cosmetic upgrade you've done to your truck? Honestly, it's insanely hard to pick from because I love absolutely everything I've done to this truck. But one of my reasons has to be those paint match fender flares. What mods would you recommend for a stock Tacoma? Personally, I don't like to name specific mods because I think it should be personable to you and how you want it built. So the best advice I can give for a stock Tacoma is take your time with the build. You don't want to cheap out on parts. You want quality over quantity. So if you want to lift it, spend a little extra and get a quality suspension setup. Or if you want lights, spend a little extra, get the Morimotos or the Baja Designs lights over the cheap Amazon stuff. And finally, to answer the questions that everyone has probably been waiting for, do I have the standard or the helical gears? So I have the standard straight cut gears and it's insanely loud at idle, but I love it. Why did I choose the ProCharger over the Magnuson? Honestly, both are great superchargers, but I got a great deal on this kit and I very much prefer the sound on this over the Magnuson. What's the gas mileage like? Honestly, it's about the same. If anything, I have better gas mileage than I did before. When I was cruising from Salt Lake City down to Moab, I was getting over 20 miles a gallon. Is the ProCharger worth the money? It really just depends on how deep your pockets are. So I wouldn't necessarily spend your last 7 or 8 grand on it. But yes, I love my ProCharger. But if you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to reply to you.